Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football and welcome back to the live Europa League draw where Manchester United and Arsenal, Arsenal? Oh, Arsenal fans, what are you waiting for? You're not in Europe. You fucked the FA Cup, you fucked the Carabao Cup, you fucked the Europa League, and it just makes me want you to bottle the Premier League because if you end up trophyless, Sporting Lisbon, we all love Sporting Lisbon. Dun, 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 dun. Honestly, I'm at Arsenal knocked out. Just take a minute to smash that like button for Arsenal being knocked out. Maybe I'm a dickhead, but I'm really enjoying the fact that Arsenal got knocked out. Roma incoming for United. Tell me who you think we're going to get. I think we're going to get Juventus because basically the Europa League, they want to tie in the views. They know that United is going to get the most views for them. They want to make sure United have a big game. I see them giving us someone like Juventus. Although, I swear to God, if I do not want a Spanish team. I have had enough of Spanish teams. Let me get up on my screen, actually, who we can draw, because obviously you know who we can draw, but I might as well get it up. I do not want Spanish teams. I don't actually want Sporting Lisbon. I think they'd be very difficult. I actually think this is one of the more difficult Europa Leagues to win. You know, we've had to play Barcelona, we've had to play Betis, who are fifth in La Liga. That's two decent teams. I think this is actually one of the hardest Europa League seasons, but luckily teams like Arsenal and Barcelona, who were the other two favourites along with United, have been knocked out. So really the two favourites probably left in the Europa League are Manchester United and Juventus here. As you can see, Manchester United, the quarterfinals are United, so we could draw Sporting, Juventus, Roma, Sevilla, Feyenoord, Bayer Leverkusen, and Union St. Gilloise. I think the easiest one would be Union St. Gilloise. Am I even saying the name right? Let's be honest. She's probably not. We'll call them Union. They are a Belgian Pro League team that I think is second in the Belgian League behind Genk. So they're like a Club Brugge, really. Now we normally get Club Brugge. They're like the Club Brugge of the Belgian League now. So I'd probably say they're who you want in terms of if you want the easiest draw, that is the easiest draw. I'd then say Bayern Leverkusen are probably the second easiest. But they are a good side, Bayer Leverkusen. They always, obviously Bundesliga sides, it is a bit of a farmers league and they are ninth in the Bundesliga, but they'll give you a tough game. The team I want the least is Sevilla. A team I want the least is generally Sevilla. I just don't like Spanish teams. They annoy me. They piss me off. I know they're 13th in La Liga. I know they're having a crap season, but I don't want Sevilla. I'll be honest with you. I don't want Sevilla. Feyenoord, trust me, the Feyenoord are good. All right, Feyenoord are good. They will give us a tough game. They beat Shakhtar Donetsk 7-1 yesterday. 7-1. I mean, they've done the 7-0 and then Shakhtar Donetsk when it got a goal in the 90th minute because they thought, fuck it, we ain't United, we ain't losing 7-0, let's go and get that in. But I tell you what, I think Feyenoord would give us a difficult game. They're top of the Eredivisie at the moment. They've just won 7-1. Ten Hag knows how to beat Feyenoord, of course, and he knows a lot about that league, but they will give us a difficult game as well. Gaz says we'll get Leverkusen. Everyone's saying they feel like we'll get Leverkusen and 3 Belgian teams in the quarterfinal of the Euros competition and the other 2 in the Conference League with West Ham. Yeah, I mean, West Ham could win that Conference League. Who do you think is going to win the Conference League, people? Let me know down below. I want Roma to see Jose's bitter face when we beat them. I'll tell you what, I was going to say now, the 3 hardest teams will be Sporting, Juventus and Roma. And Roma, particularly for the fact that it's Mourinho, and Mourinho is very much a cup manager. They obviously won, the Conference League. But you know what? I saw this on Twitter today. Do you know what the worst case scenario could be for United? The worst case scenario could be we play Juventus and we lose to a Paul Pogba screamer. And this is when we play Juventus and Paul Pogba absolutely dunks on us and Di Maria absolutely dunks on us and we get fucked over by Juventus. We have to knock Juventus off. I don't really care about Pogba. I like Pogba. Di Maria, snake. But you just know we'll play Juventus and Di Maria and Pogba will have the freaking game of their life. You just know that's going to happen as well. What's my thoughts on the UCL draw? I haven't actually seen the UCL draw. I haven't actually seen it. What is it? I actually haven't seen this. So Man City, Bayern. So basically, wow. So the English teams have got it tough. I think Napoli will be in the final. So Napoli have got Napoli here. I'll make that bigger for you so you can actually see. So if you can look at it here, so Real Madrid, Chelsea. I think Real Madrid will win that. Man City, Bayern Munich. I think Man City will win that. So that will be a semi-final of Man City, Real Madrid again. But this is interesting. I think Benfica will be Inter, and I think Napoli will be AC. And I think we'll have a Benfica-Napoli semi-final. So one of Benfica, Inter, Milan, or Napoli will make. So either one of the three Italian teams or Benfica is going to make the final of the Champions League. One of these teams is going to make the final Champions League, which is mad. I said I had a feeling about Napoli. I think Napoli Benfica will be a proper good game. Napoli and Benfica, in my opinion, are two of the best teams right now to watch. Like, there's about 3 Napoli players, about 3 Benfica players that I'm like, fuck me, Eric Ten Hag, sign them, do what you need to get them. They are such nice sides to watch. So I think it'll be Napoli, Benfica, and probably Man City, Real Madrid. You know what? Fuck it. Put your money on Napoli. Put your money on Napoli. This could be like their year. This Napoli side is good. I'm telling you this now. Arteta out now. You know what? I said this on Twitter. I need Arsenal to bottle the league. Even though I don't want Man City to win the league, I need Arsenal to bottle the league last game of the season. So they end the season trophyless. Absolutely having bottled it like they did with top 4 last year. Arteta out. Arteta out. Arteta out now. And then we can watch AFTV and they could be like, for fuck's sake. And then they could cry. And then I could be like, Arsenal, Arteta's no better than Ollie. Because Arsenal fans said, oh, Man United came second, but they didn't win anything. Our season coming 8th with an FA Cup is better. Okay, then Arsenal, you came second, but you didn't win anything. But our season coming 4th with 10-0 with the Europa League, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup, therefore means we're a better team than you. Maybe. I'm actually going to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. I've got an idea. All right, this is a question, which maybe it's a deluded question. I think this is a difficult one. But then I think it's the Premier League's the Premier League. Let me just skip the advert on my video so I can get this poll up. But the question I'm going to ask you guys is: if you had a choice of 1 trophy or 3 trophies, what would it be? Okay, what would you rather win? Okay, only the PL, but the PL is the PL. Would you rather win just the Premier, only the PL trophy, or Europa? FA Cup and Carabao Cup. That's my question for you. I've just put a poll. Would you rather win the Europa League, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, or just win the Premier League? That's my question for you guys. So do answer my question down below, of course. Bayern will win versus Man City, says Glenn. You know what? That will be a hard one to predict. I don't think Bayern beat PSG. And Bayern have that experience, but I think Man City, I think Arsenal are because Man City aren't in pole position to win the league, I do think Man City's focus is really on the Champions League. I mean, I'll be honest, they beat fucking Bayer, what's they called? What are they called? Who did they beat? Oh, they beat RB Leipzig in the round of 16, and their celebrations at full time was like they won the league. Man City celebrations when they beat Leverkusen in the round of 16, you generally think they won the league by the way they were celebrating. I thought, I was like, you've not won the league. Why are you celebrating like, woo, we beat RB Leipzig in the round of 16. Yeah. You're not in a cup final yet. It's a round of 16 game. I think they're literally like, they want to win that league so bad. Like, Man City are desperate to win the Champions League. And it's like, you know what? I normally support English clubs. Someone was like, you know, English representation do well. As long as you're not Liverpool. If you're Liverpool, you can fuck right off. But Man City failing in the Champions League is just music to my ears. It's just golden. It is what you want to see. Keep smashing the like button, people, and of course subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new. The Europa League draw is kicking off. Now I'll tell you this now for a fact. Watch. And I say watch this draw will go on for 45 minutes. So the Europa League draw is meant to start at 12. When do we think it will actually start? Do you think we'll start at 12:15? Do you think they'll start at 12:30? Or do you think they're going to give us 45 minutes of blibba blabba, blibba blabba, blibba blabba, blibba blabba? We don't give a fuck about this or this and this. I reckon it's going to be a good 30 minutes now of blibba blabba, blibba blabba, blibba blabba. Let's delay this as much as we can while the viewing figures are high because it's the draw. Let's delay this as much as we can. Let's do 30 minutes of crap that no one wants to talk about and then they get on with the draw. I reckon we're going to have a good 30 minutes of crap today before the draw. But because it is the Europa League draw and not the Champions League draw, my plan is that they just get right into the draw and they go blah 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 blah, but then they get right into the draw. Fingers crossed, because I can't be asked to deal with the constant crap, just absolute crap, that comes along with it sometimes. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hi Alice, can Cancelo play against City? I honestly would not be able to know that. I feel like probably not. The thing is though, when we sent Dalot on loan to AC Milan, Dalot could play against United because it was European. Sometimes with Manchester United, you can't play a player that you send out on loan if it's a domestic game, but if it's a European game, you can. So it depends what the rules are on that loan. I wouldn't actually know, because I know that we've had players out on loan in Europe that have played against us, but in the Premier League, I know that they can't play against us. So it depends if Man City put that in or not as well. Mark my word, it'll be United versus Juventus. Who do you want? Who do you want in the chat? Let me know as well. It depends on how much you need to win the Premier League. I think Man United would be happy to win the Europa League, and Carabao Cup isn't bad. I mean, yeah, keep voting in the poll. What would you rather win? Just the Prem, or would you win 3 trophies and it'd be 3 lesser trophies? Because I don't know what. I guess Arsenal winning the Prem would be a better season because the Prem's the Prem. But then we come out of it with the Europa League, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup, and that is 3 trophies. Napoli. I put my money on Napoli to win the Champions League. Napoli are looking class. You know what? Arsenal getting beaten last night. Music to my ears as well. Juventus will be nice if we can humble Di Maria. I'll tell you what, I would like Juventus to send I would love Juventus to send Di Maria back home again. Remember when we knocked out PSG? Yeah, I need that with Juventus. You know what? I think Man United are the favourites. I think Manchester United are the favourites because if we go over to the UEL draw, because fuck the Champions League, the Europa League is better. Who needs the Champions League when you're in the Europa League? Yeah, best tournament. Yeah, Europa League. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Qualified. If Arsenal got one of these, does anyone know if Arsenal qualified? This is a nice picture of United having qualified. Does anyone know where Arsenal are? I can't see any picture saying Arsenal's qualified. But these are the teams left in the Europa League. And enough of me winding up Arsenal fans. They'll go, oh, Alice, we're top of the league. Yeah, but you haven't won anything yet. You might be top of the league now, but remember, Ollie was top of the league. He came second and won nothing that season. You never know. Arteta could repeat Ollie, although it looks like he will win the league. So, Manchester United could play Feyenoord, very good team, top of their Eredivisie. 1-7-1 against Shakhtar. Feyenoord, very good team. The second team you could play is Juventus. Juventus, very good team, having a poor season. They've got some good players. They've got Di Maria, they've got Pogba. You just know that Di Maria and Pogba will see United and go, you know what, I'm going to drop a 10 out of 10. I'm going to drop the performance that United fans wanted me to drop that I never dropped, so I'm going to drop it against United as this evil thing. Bayer Leverkusen, again, I'd probably say it's the second easiest draw. I think the easiest will be Union, then followed by Bayer Leverkusen. I think Bayer Leverkusen and Union should be easiest draws. Manchester United, what a lovely team, what a brilliant team. Roma, Jose Mourinho, very difficult guy. We're capable of beating Roma. We are the better team, but he makes it difficult. Sevilla are having a shit season. They are 13th in La Liga, but they're Sevilla. They do cause us problems. I think West Ham knocked them out of the Europa last year. Look, we're capable of beating Sevilla. We're capable of beating Roma. We're capable of beating Bayer Leverkusen easily, okay? But I do think Roma and Sevilla will give us difficult games. Juventus, I think we are slightly better than them. Feyenoord will be very difficult, but we should beat them. Sporting Lisbon knocked out Arsenal. I think they will be very difficult, but again, we should beat them. Over 2 legs, I think you beat Sporting Lisbon. Over 1 leg, potentially they could do something. But if we're on it, we should beat Sporting Lisbon. And then Union will be the easiest team, probably the easiest draw. What I will say about these teams is I think United are the best team left in Europa League. We beat Barcelona, who are the second best team left in Europa League. And obviously Arsenal, who probably were the favourites, along with us, have already been knocked out by Sporting Lisbon. So big up to Sporting Lisbon. Big up to them. But I do think we are the best team left in Europa League. The only thing I do want to point out, and the only thing I do want to mention, is probably the fact that we have dropped off a bit lately. The Manchester United players look exhausted. The Man United players are really starting to look knackered at the moment, really, really tired. I think the only real thing I can point out is, yeah, look, these Man United players, they've dropped off a lot lately. They look exhausted. They look knackered. They look tired. That is the only real negative I think I could pick out maybe affecting us, because no players played more minutes than Bruno this season. No team has played more games than Manchester United this season because we've gone so far in all the cup competitions, because we had to do that extra Europa League game against Barcelona because of the stupid ref versus Real Sociedad that gave a penalty when the ball hit Martinez's leg and bounced up on his arm. The European refs actually start to make the Premier League refs look good, which I didn't think was possible because the Premier League refs, as we've seen with Casemiro, is shocking. But Man United should win the Europa League. I think the only thing that stops us is an injury to Rashford, Bruno, or Casemiro. I think the only other thing that stops us is just absolute knackeredness and tiredness. I do think this we've got the international break coming up after Fulham, and I do think this sort of end of March to May, the last 2 months of the season, I think it's going to be a drag. I think it's going to be the players are exhausted, the players need a rest, and it's catching up to them because we have a ridiculously thin squad. People don't realise this. Arsenal have played the exact same lineup pretty much every Premier League game and then just rotate for the cup competition thing or locked out the cup competitions. They've not, so they'll be playing a game once a week, Arsenal. We are literally we are playing more games than anyone else. We played I think 5 more games than the second most team. We are absolutely knackered, and that's something that will cost United. A league over 3 trophies somehow feels more prestigious. Yeah, it does. I mean, I think I'd rather win the league than 3 trophies because I think we haven't won the league in so long. Just winning the league is the biggest thing. But I think winning 3 trophies and finishing in the top 4 is a very good season. Sevilla will win the 7th time. Sevilla are 13th in La Liga. They've massively dropped off lately, although you just don't put it past Sevilla. Although I don't think Sevilla will win, you can't put it past Sevilla as well. We'll probably place Pogba or Mourinho next. You just know it as well. And this season, UEFA refs and English refs are fighting to be who's more shy. Yeah, literally. And do you know what winds me up? Is that when we play Spanish teams, the ref clearly wants the Spanish team to win. Facundo Pellistri is fouled. He gets a yellow card. Martinez was fouled. Martinez was suspended for the first game against Barcelona because Martinez was fouled and got a yellow card for being fouled, like Pellistri. Martinez doesn't do anything. The ball hits his leg, then bounces up onto his arm. He handballs it in the box. Not only is it a penalty, but the ref gave Martinez a yellow card for something he can't not do. And then he got a really soft yellow card. I mean, Martinez got suspended for absolutely no reason, Alessandro Martinez, which was absolutely ridiculous. I was generally waiting for the referee to give Casemiro a yellow because basically if Casemiro or Bruno had got a yellow card in that game, they would have been suspended for the next leg, which would be, I don't know, we'll find out who we're playing in the next leg. And I was full on expecting, as always, for them to get suspended as well. Guys, please do continue smashing the like button and, of course, subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new as well. People saying Feyenoord versus United, please. I think Feyenoord would be a very good game, but do not underrate them. The easiest team is Union, followed by Leverkusen. Feyenoord will be more difficult than Union and Leverkusen. Feyenoord, top of Eredivisie, fantastic, playing fantastic at the moment. And Ten Hag, the Eredivisie teams aren't easy to beat. Ajax have gone far in the Champions League under Ten Hag. We know that as well. Hopefully a strong draw for you guys. Hopefully not Sporting, Juventus, Roma or Feyenoord. Yeah, they'll be the difficult tight teams. When is the Conference League draw? Is that after this? Who is left in the Conference League? Who is left Conference League? I can't remember who's left in the Conference League. So looking at the Conference League draw, you've got Ghent. You've got is that Basel? Basel in it. You've got some team called Lech Poznan, Florentina, AZ Alkmaar. Anderlecht beat Villarreal. West Ham beats AEK Lacama 6-0. Big up West Ham. And Nice. You know what? I think West Ham's going to win this. I think West Ham is going to win this trophy. I don't see anyone. I think AZ Alkmaar, they always have some decent players, but they're not better than West Ham. Nice aren't better than West Ham. If you're West Ham, you've got a trophy here in the Conference League. You got a real trophy here in the Conference League. I'm going to put my headphones in to see if they actually start doing the draw. Guys, when is your prediction for the draw? Because we know that the draw is meant to be at 12, but we know it never happens at 12. When is your prediction? I'm thinking because they've got the Champions League draw out of the way, they're probably not going to take ages, but you never know. A said it's good. They beat Lazio. Yeah, Lazio, a decent side, but I think West Ham is favourites to win. Are they actually getting on with the draw? Are they actually going to get on with the draw? Or are they going to play something crap. Because I know the draws started, but it's normally I'm sitting here for about 45 minutes and then they don't, and then they do the draw. But it looks like they might actually be getting on with the draw in the next 5 minutes, which would be really good. Oh my God, they're actually touching the balls. Oh my God, they're actually doing the draw. They're not waiting 40 minutes. Who's the first team? Who's the first team? Who is it? It is. The first ball out is Manchester United. It's United. Okay, watch Juventus be drawn next. If they fix it, when they fix it, the first 2 balls that are drawn are the ones they want to match. So you know how it was us than Barcelona, how it was us than PSG. If it's fixed, it's going to be Juventus. Watch this be Juventus. If it's fixed, it's Juventus. Who are United going to get? Who are United going to get? Oh, Sevilla. Another Spanish team. Oh, fuck off. I swear, I said the one team I don't want is Sevilla. I do not want another Spanish team. I said the only team I don't want to draw is Sevilla. We are cursed. We are cursed. We actually got Sevilla. We actually got Sevilla. God. Bloody Sevilla. I don't want Sevilla. I said the one team I don't want is Spanish. Mine. Or else we get Sevilla. Who's the next one? Who's the next one? Juventus versus Sporting Club de Portugal. So Juventus Sporting's a big game. Wow. Juventus Sporting will be a good game. So basically all the shit teams are going to play each other. They put the 4 good teams together and the shit teams together. Like done in the Champions League. Bayer Leverkusen next. So United play Sevilla. Juventus plays Sporting. And then I reckon they'll put all the crap. I reckon it's fixed. Because you've got the 4 biggest. I'm not going to say best. But you've got the 4 biggest Champions League clubs playing each other. And you've got the 4 biggest Europa League clubs playing each other. You know, and then you've got the 4 small ones in the other pot. So I feel like I low-key think it's fixed. Leverkusen have got Union SG. So the 2 crappiest teams play each other. Class. I just wanted Leverkusen, Union SG, or a good game like Juventus. I did not want Sevilla because they're freaking annoying, the Spanish teams. They play rough, they play dirty. So Feyenoord will have Roma then. But I wonder who we'll get in the next leg. Qatar, United. We are cursed with the Spanish teams. I mean, we've beaten a load already. Alex Tellers versus United. Well, that's one positive to get out of it. I actually predicted a month ago and confident we'll knock them out. I think we'll knock them out. Because we're better than them. But classic United, always getting a Spanish team. Let's see who we'll get in the final, though. So we need to find out who we'll get if we beat Sevilla. So that's what they're going to do now. So if Man United beat Sevilla, who are they going to get in the next round? So Juventus are playing. I mean, I just think it's cursed how we keep getting Spanish sides. I generally think it's cursed how we keep getting Spanish sides. I'll say that now. Ten Hag's going to have to beat the whole of Spain. We've had Sociedad, we've had Betis, we've had Barca, and now we have Sevilla. Who are we going to get in the next round, though? Who are we getting in the next round? So, winners of Juventus. So, the winners of Juventus and Sporting are going to play someone. Winners, if this says quarterfinal 1, I'm going to flip my shit. It's so fixed that it's quarterfinal 1. Oh, it's so fixed. It's so fixed. Oh my God, it's so fixed. So if we beat Sevilla, we've got to beat the winners of Juventus and Sporting, which basically means one of the shit teams is going to the final. So basically, the winner of Leverkusen and Union will play the winner of Feyenoord and Roma. It's so fixed. Of course we get Sevilla, and if we beat Sevilla, we're going to have to play Juventus or Sporting. This is what they did with the Champions League. They put the 4 biggest teams on one side of the draw to get the viewing figures up for those games, because they know the viewing figures for the final is going to be really high. So they need to get the viewing figures for the quarter and semi-final high. So they go, you know what? We'll do this, and this. I mean, it's so fixed. I'm sorry, it's so fixed. So basically, the semi-final. So the semi-final will be Juventus or Sporting versus United or Sevilla. I think we'll win the Europa League. But Sevilla, not the old UEFA winning side. They've been mediocre in the Liga. They have been. I still think we'll win, but my God. 100 likes, guys. Keep pushing for 200 likes. Let's just see if we're going to be home or away. So, Man United have got to beat Sevilla, either Sporting or Juventus, to get to Europa League final. This is fixed like the Champions League draw. I think it's all fixed because they need to get viewing figures high for the quarter and semi-final. So they want to make sure they've got one at least. They want to make sure they get all the big teams on the same side of the draw so they can bring it all in. So that is the Europa League draw for you. We have Sevilla, another Spanish side. Look, I think we'll beat Sevilla. It should be easy. I think Sevilla are 13th in La Liga. You know, if we beat Real Betis that are 5th in La Liga, we should beat Barcelona that are 1st in La Liga. We should beat Sevilla that are 13th in La Liga. We've beaten 1st place La Liga side. We've beaten a 5th place La Liga side. I think we could beat a 13th place La Liga side in Sevilla. Even though they're Sevilla, even though they're like the fucking champions of the stupid freaking trophy, we should beat Sevilla. Then if we beat Sevilla, we will play the winners of either Sporting Lisbon versus Juventus. So I think Sporting Lisbon and Juventus will be difficult games. So I think Sevilla should be an easy win over 2 legs. I think they'll make it hard for us because of fucking annoying Spanish side. But Sevilla will be an easy win over 2 legs because of the crap. And then it's Sporting or Juventus, which is difficult semi-final. But if we beat Sporting or Juventus in the semi, and I fancy us over 2 legs against those sides, I believe we'll play Feyenoord, Roma, Union Berlin or Leverkusen. So I think we'll probably play the winner of Feyenoord versus Roma. So we beat Sevilla, and then I'd say we beat Juventus. Then we're either playing Roma or Feyenoord in the final. And you know what? Jose Mourinho knows how to win some trophies. I wouldn't put it past the Man United-Roma final. I wouldn't put it past the Man United-Roma final, but I also think Feyenoord are very good, and Feyenoord would want revenge on Roma for the Conference League. So I wouldn't put it past that. But I tell you what, these draws, Europa League, Sevilla's favourite cup. I do think United-Roma could be the final as well. Ten Hag versus Mourinho final. You know what? That would be a good final. The thing is, even though we're better than Roma, Mourinho is like the final guy. Like in a final, I don't like Mourinho's style of football. I think Mourinho's football's outdated now, and I'm glad he left United. But in a final, if someone said to me, "You've got one manager to manage you in a final," and someone could say Pep Guardiola, someone could say Jurgen Klopp, I would say no, fuck it, Mourinho. Like Roma in the final with Mourinho, that won't be easy. Like Mourinho is in the shithouses final, isn't he? Scenes for Erik ten Hag and Mourinho final as well. I mean, I just imagine Juventus. This is what we're gonna have. We're gonna have Sevilla play dirty. So we've got the quarterfinals against Sevilla. Sevilla are shit. They're another crap Spanish side that United should beat. But we're gonna have Sevilla play dirty. We're gonna have Sevilla just run out, play dirty, do what they do. Bish bash bosh, cool. And then after Sevilla, we're probably gonna have to come up against Pogba and Di Maria dancing, putting in their best performance in the semi. But we're not Juventus at the semi because Juventus are fucking shit at the moment. And then we go into the final, and there is Mourinho, part the bus football. Fuck Man United, let me get revenge, and it's 10-0 Mourinho final, which I think would be a sick final. But look, winning mentality. We're United. We've got this winning mentality. Then we lose 7-0. But Sevilla will be a hard nut to crack. They're 13th in La Liga. We beat in 1st place La Liga side and a 5th place La Liga side this season. We should beat them. But let's be honest, Sevilla, the Europa League, Spanish sides, defensive, play rough, hate going to Spain, hate playing Spanish sides. I said the only team I don't want is Sevilla, not because I don't think we'll beat them. I think we will beat them, but because I absolutely hate this. Oh, this, that. Literally. Vlahovic against us is also a great game. Vlahovic, do you mean? Do you mean Vlahovic as well? Who did Arsenal draw? Does anyone know who Arsenal drew? I want to actually see the results of my poll, actually. So let me go back to that. The results of the poll. So 72% of you said you'd rather win 3 trophies than just win the Premier League. So suck on that, Arsenal. Suck on that. You might win the Premier League, but we got the Europa League. We got the FA Cup. And we do actually have the Carabao Cup. So suck on that, Arsenal. Low, 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 low. Absolutely just winding up. Chelsea will beat Real Madrid, you think? The Spanish tour continues. I tell you what, this is Man United's tour of Spain. I generally think that we'll get Real Madrid somehow. I generally think there'll be some new rule that comes into place that if Real Madrid get knocked out of the Champions League, they're in the Europa League, they're going to get Real Madrid somehow. I generally think there's going to be some kind of weird rule as well. Sporting knocked out Arsenal. Arsenal fans, you're just not here. I mean, let me see if there's any interesting news that's come out before I end the live stream, because I'm actually going to make a news video as well. I mean, literally, someone said it's actually tough when you're playing Premier League and La Liga at the same time. We basically are in the La Liga and Premier League. I'm just seeing if there's any news that's coming out as well. Oh my! I mean, it's just mad. It's just absolutely mad. I don't know. Maybe they don't. They just want La Liga to try and knock us out. But there's this rumor that we can't beat the Liga sides, and we've proven that wrong this season. Because this season, all of a sudden, Man United are beating the Liga sides. Maybe because La Liga is absolutely crap and really overrated, and it's been crap the last 3 years. But we used to be cursed against the Liga sides, and now, you know what? We can't stop beating the La Liga sides as well. Guys, please do smash that like button, and of course, subscribe down below to Alice Talks if you're new. If you do want to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester United news, transfer news, updates, and more, make sure you're subscribed as well. There will be a video out at 1:30 today. So make sure you're subscribed for that. Good video coming out at 1:30 today. Spain once again, the Spanish tour. We've got news on Sergio Ratcliffe. We've got news on Martial being kicked out. This kind of rumor going around. So Jim was actually spotted at Old Trafford today. I'm sure that you guys saw that. Let me show you. Oh, what did Alice like? So this is what I wanted to show you. Bruno Fernandes has played the most minutes of any player in Europe's top 5 leagues this season, including goalkeepers. De Gea is next on 3,690. So Eriksen, Oxlade, and Fernandes is total, both for stamina and tactics. No player, no goalkeeper has played more minutes than Bruno Fernandes this season. Say what you want about Bruno, but when I say Bruno's exhausted, he fucking is. Like, I say this now, like, the exhaustion thing, they're tired, it can be an excuse for so long. But Bruno is the only player that can really play the exhaustion card, because the guy's not got a rest, because Donny got freaking injured, Eriksen got freaking injured. And there's nothing else we can do. He's in the midfield as well. He's running a lot. It's not like he's in goal when he's not running loads. 3,751 minutes. Like, that is just madness. Bruno is a machine. Yes, he has poor games here and there, but when he's playing that much, you can't expect him to be consistently top. The guy, I mean, Martial needs to take some notes. Martial can't even play for 37 minutes without getting injured, let alone 3,751. Bruno, whatever you take, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, give it to Martial, because you can do it. But Martial, mate, he can't. Severe in relegation battle, well, mid-table battle, I'd say more for them as well. Martial's been fit for a month. What is going on? That's what we're going to talk about. So I've got a video coming out in about an hour, basically saying why Martial isn't playing, been fit for a month, what's going on. We're going to talk about that in my video later as well. So that will be out in about an hour. Fulham will be tough on Sunday. Yeah, Fulham will be tough on Sunday. Eriksen will soon be back. Eriksen should be back. So Eriksen is sort of on his way back, and after the international break, it's believed that Eriksen will be back, which is good, very good. So we've got Donny won't be back probably this season. I think Donny will be sold in the summer. I don't think Donny's ever going to play for United again. Eriksen should be back for the games after the international break, but I think he'll slowly be integrated in. But I think Eriksen coming back is going to be massive, because I really think we've missed him. And obviously Martial should be fit after the international break, but you never know. You never know with Martial, because he's missed up. He doesn't even play for months. He has all this time to recover, and yet Anthony Martial still finds a way to get injured again. Anyway, we're on 131 likes. We've got 250 people watching. Keep smashing that like button. Let's go for 200 likes. If everyone hits that like button right now, we can hit 200 likes. So let's do that. United can make the final. We've got a very hard route, but we can make the final. And I do think that this is one of the hardest Europa League runs. If we win the Europa League, having beaten Barcelona, Real Betis that are 5th in the Liga, Sevilla, who are the Europa League champions, and Juventus. If we win the Europa League, having beat Barcelona, Real Betis, Sevilla, Juventus, and let's say we beat Roma in the final, I generally think that is one of the hardest Europa League journeys you can have, because it's the Europa League, not the Champions League. I generally think that's almost the Champions League level journey, but it's not quite. Do you know what I mean? But that's all of those teams that we played. Juventus are normally in the Champions League. Barcelona are normally in the Champions League. Sevilla are normally in the Champions League. Bar Real Betis, we played 3 Champions League sides to get to the final, and then maybe beat Roma. I generally think if we win the Europa League with the route we've got, we've actually had probably one of the best Europa League wins ever, because I think we've probably won the hardest season of the Europa League. And why I say this is the hardest ever season of the Europa League is the teams that went down, like Juventus and Barcelona, but also Man United and Arsenal are 2 of the 3 best teams in the Premier League, which is the best league. Arsenal were in the Europa League and they're actually good, whereas Chelsea are shit, Liverpool are shit, and they're in the Champions League. Barcelona are top of the Liga, they were in the Europa League, we're not that good. So I actually think that this could be like one of the best Europa League wins. I'm trying to make it sound positive. Has Martial played enough games to get a winner's medal? I don't even know. And subscribe to Alice. She's very close to 60k. We are very close to 60,000 subscribers, people. We are on 59,740 subscribers. So do click that subscribe button if you have not already. We're about 260 subscribers away from that goal. I've got a really interesting video coming out in about an hour. So, of course, make sure you subscribe for that. If Qatar buys United, I want Kolo Munani, Eduardo Kaminga, Jude Bellingham, Julian Timber, David Raya, and bring Greenwood back. Probably not the most realistic option, but Roma in the final, it's not an easy game. It's going to be hard. I think it will be Roma or Feyenoord in the final, whoever wins that game. And I think because Mourinho beat Feyenoord in the Conference League final, you just know Mourinho is the guy that wins trophies. Mourinho is a guy that gets to finals. But Ten Hag is also a guy that wins trophies. Ten Hag is also a guy that's getting to finals. So there's 2 ways you can look at it. But anyway, I have been rambling a lot. I really have been rambling a lot. So I do want to go ahead and get my video sorted because I want it to be out in about an hour. Normally it takes me an hour to make and edit a video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys here. I'll just say, look, smash that like button. Just say subscribe down below if you're new. And of course, share the video. I'm going to leave you guys here because I am going to go out and record my video, which will be out in an hour on what's going on with Martial, etc., etc., etc. So big up everybody. Smash a like on the way out. See you next time and bye.